all. So today I'm talking about a P1253 Honda code and just give a quick overview and basics and common fix. So what is a P1253 Honda code? It's a VTEC System Malfunction, and it basically means that you've got low oil pressure. And so what would be the main causes? It would be engine oil level low, low engine oil pressure, blocked oil passage, and faulty VCT oil control valve. There's also a sensor, which is the main fix, which is not on here, but there's a sensor that goes bad and often causes this problem. So the very first thing I would do is go check your oil, make sure if the level is good and it's not low. Also make sure it's clean or has been changed recently, because if it's too dirty, you'll get this error, you need to change the oil. So make sure the oil level is good, make sure the oil is clean. The third most common cause is a sensor. It's called the VTEC oil pressure switch or sensor. This is a common problem. It reports to the computer how the oil pressure basically. So when this sensor goes bad, the ECM doesn't get the right readings, and so it just gives this error. It's a low-cost item and relatively simple to replace. You'll have to Google where it's at on your engine for year, make, model, and everything. A common place, like on this Civic here, would be right on the top of the engine, right below the intake manifold. There's a indentation. You go in. You've got a harness right here. One thing to check for too is that the wiring harness. Be sure the wiring is good. Make sure it's got good connections, and you can use an ohm meter. And you can use a meter and ohm it out and be sure the wiring that it's getting voltage, that it's not short, it's not open. You can go through all those checks. And so that's something to keep in mind, that it could be wiring. But to remove the sensor, it usually uses a 24 millimeter deep socket. You just screw it out, and then you screw in the new one, making sure it seals good so it doesn't leak oil, and then put your harness connector back on. So that is the most common fixes right there. Usually that'll solve about 80-90% of the problems. If you do have more problems or issues, if it doesn't go away after this, then you got to really start getting into it. It could be a bad ECM. It could have the oil pump. It could be blocked passageways. Something got in those passageways is blocking the oil pressure from getting through. All kinds of things like that. But that's basically it. If you have any questions, ask me down below and I'll try to answer them. If you have anything to add a comment down below. But that's basically it. If this video helps you, please click like, please click subscribe, and have a good day.